presenting Channeling Erik's Hour of Enlightenment.
That guy knows how to enunciate. Channeling Erik's Hour of Enlightenment. And we have a British, 5 seconds until your turn. Stop. Anyway, today, Elisa Medhu's here, and we got my boy Erik Medhu's with us, hopefully. Hi, Erik.
Yes. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Love you.
And we have I love you too. We have our usual suspects, co-host Michelle Gray from the healing-art.com. And we have a guest, Jackie Benson, spiritual coach. And, she's amazing. I mean, she has helped my husband with energy healing. She has sent me to, I'll just let her tell her story. She can do so much better.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Elisa. It's such an honor to be here.
Spiritual life and mindfulness coach, Usui, I don't know how to pronounce that. Holy Fire
Usui,
Reiki.
that's right.
Oh, my God.
Usui, Holy Fire Reiki Master. It's quite a mouthful. But, yes. Hi, thank you so much for having me. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Erik. Hi, Elisa. Hi, everyone that's listening. I've been such a fan. So excited to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
So tell us your story and everything you can.
Yeah, sure. So, yes, as Elisa said, I'm an Usui Holy Fire Reiki Master and a certified spiritual life coach, mindfulness coach. And I'm sure, like a lot of the listeners, I just always felt, even as a child, that there was something deeper than just the physical realm. And I always felt connected to, like, the angelic realm, even though I didn't really know who I was connecting to at the time. When you're little, you just are just in tune with nature more. Mm-hmm. And, my mom used to suffer from really bad migraines. And so when I was younger, I would intuitively put my hands on her. And I think just the presence and, that healing, loving touch really was transformative for her. I mean, it didn't always take away her headache, but sometimes it did. And I think from that, I just wanted to learn more as, it was in high school and went to college and all that, but I was just always so curious and wanted to be in touch with that, just that life force energy. And so I heard about Reiki when I was in my 20s, and I was very drawn to it. I'm like, what is this? Like, you touch people, and, it seemed at the time for my brain, I was like, this is way too woo-woo, but I knew there was, like, this truth in it. You don't want to come out of the woo-woo closet there for a while, but, you just know there's something deeper there. And so I was drawn to it. I did some Reiki with, I don't even know, there's so many different systems of Reiki, and all of them are beautiful and valid and different types that people are drawn to. And at the time, I don't remember the type I was attuned to, but I did some healing, and I really loved it. And then I kind of put it aside and got a traditional career. I don't know, you just push that away, and you're like, no, I got to be traditional. And I went to college and, got a degree and got married and all of that. But when I had my kids, I really wanted to re-explore that creativity, because I'm also an intuitive artist, and like there's something about healing and creativity that I find goes hand in hand. Yes. It awakens the creativity in people as well. So I happened to, 4 years ago, just stumble upon this teacher who was attuned to Holy Fire Reiki, and I'll explain a little more about that in a second. And I don't know, it was so powerful and simple, which is something that I really liked, because I have a tendency to confuse things in my brain and get overwhelmed. So I really love this.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's pretty common. We're in a very mind-dominated world. So I love that it was so connected to the heart. And, so I took that class. There was, a lot of other things we did, like shadow work and inner child work and all this stuff. And it led to being attuned to Holy Fire Reiki for self-healing. And then I went on to take the practitioner and master level. So, kind of in a quick nutshell, that's kind of my story. And so now I work with a lot of people who are drawn to the healing arts, who the Holy Fire tends to bring people in who are ready to kind of step into that healing role, whether they use it as they teach Reiki or they use it in their own business, and that's completely unrelated, but it's just embodying healing energy. So I work with, Pilates instructors, dentists, but then I work with energy healers and all different types of people who are really wanting to embody their purpose.
Yeah.
And that's something that's really amazing about the Holy Fire Reiki. So, yeah, and I don't know, it's so hard to explain because it's such an experiential energy. I told someone about how to surf, but really you have to get on the board and do it in order to understand it.
Right.
So I don't know if that's, you have any questions as far as that goes? If not, I'll go into what Holy Fire Reiki is. And
yes, please. I'm so excited to find out.
Okay. So Reiki is a ancient healing art with roots in Japan, and there's a lot of different systems of Reiki. And again, as I said, all of them are unique and beautiful, but basically it's the energy of the life force. So the thing that animates, God, source, animates all living things. And with Holy Fire Reiki, this was introduced by the International Center for Reiki Training in 2014. And it is a newer form of Reiki, which is powerful and gentle, purification, healing. It creates empowerment and guidance for individuals. And it's the difference between this Reiki, I'd say, and other forms is this doesn't come from a lineage of being passed down from master to master. This is more just the simple, the practitioner or the master just facilitates the space, and then we're completely out of the picture. And there's no flowing through. It's just like a facilitating that goes direct to the individual. So there's no chance my ego is going to get involved in there. We're humans. Our egos get involved in everything. So.
Oh, God, yeah. The rest of us. Yep.
Yeah, I know. Mine especially. So that's what's so amazing about it. And I love that the Holy Fire, it's not really religious based, but it does embody the Christ consciousness energy and the, Jesus the healer energy. And it's all about holy stands for wholeness. So it's about helping people to remember their whole divine self. And so it's not about fixing, it's just about purifying. That fire comes in and it purifies all that conditioning and trauma and things that just happen when we're human, right? We experience and it comes through and it purifies that. So, and it does it very gently, but, individually as the person needs. And that helps you to be able to be in touch with that true self, which is, we're all unique expressions of the divine consciousness. And so it just helps you embody that on earth so that you can live your mission and whatever that looks like, which, is in my heart, it's all about, heart-centered living from love and purifying all those
and
things.
Not fear. And all the factors
of fear.
No.
And just allowing
love. Yeah.
Absolutely. And just to see, if fear arises, it's just we hold space for it, and we don't need to believe it to be the truth of who we are, because it's just the truth of it's just a mind concept that we believe to be true. And so the Holy Fire Reiki just really empowers the individual to step into that divinity that they are and to realize it and remember it. And then it guides them throughout their life. Maybe they do a different modality of healing here, or you're guided there. So it's just one that I was really drawn to, and I really I'm happy I get to share it here with all of the listeners.
How do you do it? Just for the people who don't know, obviously, do you visualize certain colors of fire, whatever, purifies it? What do you do from your standpoint?
Sure. For me personally, and it's evolved since I've started, I really just kind of set a invocation where I just invite the Reiki in. I ask the client to be open to receiving. However, they can have an intention that they can set, but I always say hold the intention lightly, because the consciousness knows, that God source knows what we need more than we do often.
Yeah.
So, sometimes we want to ego wants to get in and control a little, and that's okay too, but just to hold that lightly. And then really I'll do a guided meditation that is infused with Reiki, and then we'll just go into the healing. And, sometimes I'll move my hands around, or I don't know, so I kind of go into a trance sometimes, so I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I just let myself be present, and sometimes insights and intuition will come through. I often try to direct the Reiki to give insights directly to the client, but if something does come through, I'll share that in the end if it feels, the client's open to it. And it's really just it's hard to say in a tangible way. Like my hands will heat up. Sometimes the client will feel fire or a burning because it can be intense, but it's never painful. But sometimes if you have things in there, you'll feel like, oh, wow, my back's really hurting. I had a client that happened, and then when the session ended, her pain was immediately gone. So sometimes the energy, we keep things stuck in our body, whether it's physical or trauma. And so it's not necessarily always that it needs to come to conscious awareness, but that the energy is coming in and letting that go. And sometimes that means, it's coming up to the conscious awareness to be released. And other times it's just a burning sensation or it's so different every time with each person. So
it's more validating the fact that it is, because we are all different. Even though we're all whole and part of God, we still have our individuality and our own past and our own traumas and our own and it can be done remotely, obviously.
Yes, I'll actually, I'd say 99% of what I do is remote. And because energy obviously doesn't, as you know, Elisa and Michelle, it doesn't need to be in the room because that's not how energy is. We're all energy and we're all one. We're all connected. It can be as simple as just the client lies down, or sometimes they want to sit up and they just open their heart to receive. And I never force, like, open your heart, more than they need. It's just a gentle, as much as they're willing to take in or ready to take in. Sometimes we feel like we're ready, and it's so powerful, or it's so intense that, that subconscious will want to come in and kind of block it a little, and that's okay because it's a process. So it doesn't need to be like a one-time thing. It can be, sometimes for some clients it is, but I tend to work with people who really want to go deep, and we'll even have sometimes what's called a healing crisis, where we'll go in and it's getting some layers removed and some unpeeling the onion layers. So
right.
Yeah.
And Jackie, you're speaking my language, because Erik is just saying that you and I actually have a very similar way of working, a very similar vibration.
Yes.
The heart.
That doesn't surprise me.
Heart-based living. Yes. Because as soon as you had said that, and how important that heart-based living is, and I love what you said when you said, regardless of what that passion is or what that purpose is for that person, that we can take that heart-based living and apply that to our life and everything that we do, our business, our relationships, our everything. And it's so important, and that is our true divinity. That is our power, our God self, especially for empaths. And I know that you specialize in working with empaths as well.
Yes, absolutely. And I love that you say, you carried into all levels of being. And that's something that I think as, and the term healer, I think that just applies to, anyone who is drawn to living from the heart is healing.
Right.
Just being yourself, however that looks. You might be a carpenter that has no interest in, like my husband is not super open. I mean, he's open to spirituality. He sees spirits and things, but he does a completely different job, but he does it from the heart. And he has had people saying, things, the way you did this was really changed my life, even though it's not a life coaching business. It's like construction.
Right.
So
because we're needed everywhere.
Absolutely.
We're needed in every aspect of life, that energy. And my husband is exactly the same. He is doesn't do the same work as me, but he has the same that same focus, that same energy that he carries with him and everything that he does and who he connects with. So it's fascinating and just so amazing to hear you say that.
Oh, I'm happy that resonates. And that's just something I always want to tell clients or people who listen, is that we are all such a unique expression of consciousness, of God, source, or however universe, what you want to call it. And so while we're all connected, we all have those gifts in us that our unique vibration is going to help others. And so it's just getting out of our own way, which can be the hardest thing sometimes. And
that's so true. I hear that said over and over again. We need to get out of our own way. So what is a typical, how does somebody know that they are a good candidate for holy fire Reiki instead of some of the other forms of healing? How do they know?
I think it's one of those things where if you are listening, you're probably a good candidate. If you're drawn to just some of the words like purification, the fire, it is a powerful energy. And I think that the people who find me tend to just be ready for that transformation that is, it's an empowerment. So it's, you do the work on your end, right? We're always continually working to, just like we would a diet, we can't just eat healthy one day and then expect to feel good all the time and go back to eating donuts. So it's like the vibration, and you're doing the work to keep the vibration strong and healthy, and then who also just are ready for to step into their light. And I mean, I don't know. Even the word "step into it," I think we're always light. It's just more of a intentional, like you're going around as a light, and then you're intentionally stepping into it, and you're ready to just make some deep changes, or to move forward. So I don't know if that makes sense in the way I said it. I think it does. Listen more into your heart, and then you'll know. Than your mind.
It's that power within us, Erik says, and then matching it with responsibility.
Absolutely.
So it's bringing those two things together. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Erik's also saying, Jackie, that spirit brings people to you. So he says that that when people are coming to you and are brought to you, he says that they're vibrationally aligned and coming to you.
Great. That's good to know. I feel that too. I mean, with each person that's brought to me, I'm always so thankful that the Holy Fire Reiki, they get this opportunity to experience it, and that they're ready for it and vibrationally aligned. And again, I think it's just the way I found my teacher is I put that intention out that I was ready for that next level of my life and to step into my power. And I think it's, again, listening in the heart and in the body, and that really helps you feel that resonance, and kind of, putting the mind kind of to the side. That's just how I look at it.
Yes.
Use the mind.
I hear you're an intuitive artist too, much like Michelle. Can you talk to us about your?
Yeah. So actually, when I had my children, I stopped working in the marketing company, and I wanted to do something besides just be a mom, because I was needing that creative outlet. And so I started doing nursery artwork, watercolors and things. And I did that for a while, which was great. I have a business there, but then I really felt called to go deeper. And so when I had discovered the Holy Fire Reiki in this class that I took, I started painting abstract. And I had never really thought I was going to paint abstract. I was doing like florals before. And the energy I could feel was just coming through the paintings. So, that is something that I do as well, that it's just a healing intentions that come through the paintings. Sometimes I'll set the intention, but a lot of times it's pretty intuitive. So I have a website called Creative Crescent Studios, where you can look at some of that art. And I do calendars every year.
You sent me and it's absolutely beautiful. Oh my God, it's just so gorgeous. All my favorite colors too.
Oh, good. They're my favorite colors.
I'm looking at it right now on the wall. It's blues and teals and purples and just all the stuff I like with the beautiful eyes. Actually, it looks like Erik's eye, I swear to God. And a little bit right to the center. It's just, wow, just really amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I just hope that, again, and I do free downloads of the art. People can print them out themselves. It's not, I want my art available to all, so it isn't necessarily, you have to spend thousands of dollars to buy artwork. But I just, it's another way for the energy to come through, because again, the energy of Reiki is always evolving. So it wants to come through the art, but it wants to come through in a meditation or writing or, traditional coaching through the voice. And so it's just, it's pretty limitless.
It is truly amazing when we see the energy, how it, like Erik was just saying, that there's vibrational frequency that comes from your artwork. And it's something that he taught me to understand with my own artwork and symbols. And so you had just said it's through writing, through our eyes, through our voice, through so many different ways that energy wants to come through and do good. And when you open up and set that intention to allow that to happen, boy, that's powerful. That's powerful. But people looking at your artwork, so just by looking at it, what Erik is saying is that it grows. So if somebody has some of your work, so Elisa, the work that you have, Erik says that that's his imprint in that artwork that Jackie sent you. Yeah. So there's a vibration.
I feel very called to send that to Elisa. I've been listening to you since the beginning, Elisa, so I've always felt very, very
connected. That's great. All inspired. Yes. And so Erik said that, Elisa, as you continue to grow, which is happening by leaps and bounds every day, that work continues to inspire you. And he says, use it to recharge yourself. Look at it, allow it, because he says on a soul level, you're bringing all of that in, and it's continuously changing and growing and sending that energy into you. So that's really amazing. And he says that all of your artwork is doing that, Jackie.
Oh, thank you, Erik. I definitely believe that Holy Fire Reiki energy is, it is continually evolving within people. So people who either have the artwork, who take sessions, who take the training for self-healing, the level 1, it's going to keep evolving. It's just like life. It continually evolves. So that intention with what you're doing, it's there as a support and a foundation. And again, it's, Holy Fire Reiki is a term, but really it's just a vibration of the energy. So I think whatever you're drawn to, there's, whether it's, like Michelle, the way you do your healing, or any of the healers here, there's always that continuous vibration. So
now, what is it, Usui? What is that, Usui? Is that just a dependence to
the name
Usui?
Miyako is the tradition originates from Miyako Usui. I believe I have that right. I'm a little sketchy on history, but you can look that up if you have questions. It was in the 1800s, and he was the originator of Reiki, the name Reiki, which usually translates to universal life force. So he had kind of the first download of that in Japan, and then he went on to give the healing to himself. He kind of went up. The traditional story, went up to a mountain, was I believe had been a Buddhist or Zen Buddhist, and wanted to reach enlightenment. He went up to a mountain and fasted for 40 days, kind of got hit with this energy, and he didn't really know what to do with it, and he walked down and he had hurt his toe or something, and he felt instinctually to put his hand on it, and there was a healing that occurred. So he felt on. And so he made these attunement after, I believe there was a big flood or something that happened in Japan, or maybe it was an earthquake, and he felt the need to attune more people rather than just sitting his hands on everyone. And that's when that kind of attunement process came through, and he could spread that. And then there was the tradition, I believe it was Takata came and brought it to America and Hawaii. And so there's a whole lineage that goes with it as well, which is really fascinating if you research it. Again, I tend to be less intellectually focused on it. So
it's not important.
So sorry if
I'm not important to everybody. So
I know I didn't want to offend anybody who maybe really knows the history if I didn't get that right. But yeah, I mean, it's really interesting and fascinating, and I do teach more of that in the training.
Yeah, do you train people in this form of Reiki?
I do, yeah. So I offer attunements or placements, they call it in Holy Fire Reiki, and it's very experiential. So you come, it's about 2 to 3 hour training depending on how many people at once, and there's different meditations that attune you to the frequency, and then you learn a little bit of the history, and then you learn how to use the Reiki for yourself, self-healing, how you can send the Reiki around situations. You can send it to the future, if you're worried about something, like I sent it to the radio show.
Cool.
So I was nervous. I was like, this is a radio show.
So
far so good, right? No internet freakouts happening. But there's so many ways you can use it. You can use it for art. You can use it for your business. You can use it to call in aligned friendships, clients, partners, with your intentions, and it just kind of levels up that vibration. So,
okay, so
what did we? Sorry, Lisa.
No,
I was just going to ask you. I was looking on your website, and I saw that you'd studied methods rooting in the Jungian psychology. Can you say something about that?
Yeah,
that was really
psychology
interesting.
has to do with like shadow work. So a lot of when I'm working with clients, I tend to work more on like packages where they're going to work with me for a longer period of time than maybe just one session.
Yes.
Although I am open to giving a session for people who just want like a tune-up. But we're going to go into things like, again, working with the Reiki is kind of the foundation. It's going to come and heal things spontaneously. But then we're going to go into working with the inner child, dreams, working with the shadow. So those parts of ourselves that we tend to project onto others, like the things we don't like in other people, there's usually an aspect of that within us. So working with the shadow is about, we embrace that. We embrace that human side of us, that dark side of us. And we say, this is acceptable. This is okay. It's okay for me to be judgmental. It's okay for me to be, angry sometimes. And so, like, we don't have to live like Buddhist, or we're human. So we're not going to live, we're going to integrate the spirituality in everyday life. We're not going to necessarily go on a mountain and live. Some people might, but I'm not. So I have kids that I use
wonderful.
So.
That you're singing my tune. That's wonderful.
Oh,
yeah. So where do people go to get trained?
Yeah, I mean, it's all through Zoom. So if you have Zoom, you're going to meet with me, and we're going to talk one-to-one. And we're going to do sessions. They're usually about an hour. And, or you can, I do offer often, I'll do Reiki experiences. So it's a guided meditation. You receive the Reiki, and those are donation-based for people who maybe, they don't have, they can't quite invest. Although I do believe that, I like to speak to people's highest selves that, if you make that intention and ask for that abundance to be able to do what you need in your life and be open to that, then there's ways that can happen. But I do like to offer, donation-based healing circles that you can sign up for my newsletter or, email me when I'm going to have those, and I do offer those. So.
That's awesome. What else is on your website? I haven't had a chance to look at it.
Well, I have two different websites. So for my, it's wholeselfhealingarts.com. And on that website, it's just, I talk a little bit about the different levels of Reiki. So you can do the, whatever you're called to. If you want to do a practitioner level, you start with the level 1 for self-healing. And then I usually recommend people work with that for a few months before they go on to the second level, just so you get familiar with the energy and how it's going to work for you and show up in your life. And then if you want to go on to being a practitioner, you can go on and I teach you about how to create a business if you want to teach Reiki, or how to just incorporate Reiki into your current business so that you can, offer that healing and let people know that you do provide healing in whatever you do, whether you make beads or, you're a nursery plant where you hold babies, that kind of nursery. So, and then there's master level for people who want to teach Reiki. And then we'll also talk about coaching. So for the people who are looking to, maybe they want to at some point do their business, they're not even really sure where to start. And because everything's connected, mind, body, spirit, business, friendship, love of our lives, it's all connected. So doing that inner work, doing the inner child work, the shadow work, with the Reiki sessions is going to really help to just get you at that vibration where you can be living as your inherent peaceful, joyful self, however that looks for you.
That's great.
Awesome.
All right, and so your art one is a Crescent Studio. Say what it is again.
I need to change the name on that. It's a hard name. It came to me in meditation, but it's Creative Crescent Studios. If you're on Instagram, I have Whole Self Healing Arts and Creative Crescent Studios on Instagram as well, and that's where you can see the art.
Check it out, guys. Check it out.
Download it, get a download, print it out, have it in your space. It helps clear the energy in your space. If you have some gunky stuff there, put that up, clear some energy.
So awesome. Erik, do you have anything to say about Jackie? Or Jackie, do you have anything else to add before we start taking callers?
I'm good, but thank you. I just want to say thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor. I love you ladies so much. I love all of the listeners, and I'm so appreciative of the clients that Erik and Reiki send. And if Erik has anything he wants to add.
Yeah, Erik,
well, Erik, I was asking him, and I asked what your connection was, like if there was a connection between the two of you, and Erik keeps showing me crystals. And like different kinds of crystals, and he's talking about going back into Atlantis. Like he says that you and he know each other from that time, and he talks about healing with crystals.
That resonates. I use crystals so much in the healing, and I've, like I said, felt connected to Erik and Elisa, and so, well, good to hear from you again, Erik.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, well,
Atlantis part 2.
He popped in.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. He pops in and sees Jackie.
Oh,
yes.
That's good.
Yeah,
I don't know if you picked up on him or you talked to him, but he says he pops in on a regular basis. Yeah.
I do. I think he's pulled some pranks on me in the beginning, and I do automatic writing, so sometimes I'll, when I'm channeling like Reiki or Erik will pop in there. And
writing F-bombs. So wait a minute, what's going on?
The handwriting always changes, and there's definitely some F-bombs that get thrown in there. So it's always
it does. It does. Do either of you two ladies have something going on with your left leg?
My left leg. And Elisa? Our left leg?
Either of you. Because it could be a caller, it could be somebody on tonight, but there is.
That must be a caller.
Yeah.
Unless something's going to happen to my left leg, I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. I'm picking up on some burning energy in the left leg.
Oh.
Okay, well, somebody's got something going on.
Okay, well, we'll probably let those callers come in and find out.
Yes, yes, that sounds good.
Well, thank you, ladies, again so much. Thank you, Erik, and I really appreciate this time to come on and share.
Oh, you're not going to go, are you?
I want to talk to you. Stay on the line, Jackie.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you want me to do, so I'll stay.
Yeah, stay, because they might need to talk to you. All right, we got somebody. 917 area code. Hi there, how are you? What's your first name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Grace, and I'm calling from New York.
Hi, Grace. How can we help you, darling?
Well, how can you, what question do I have? Well, maybe like, what are you guys thinking, what should I?
How about what do you need to hear, maybe?
Sorry?
What do you need to hear from Spirit, whether it's Erik or your guides or guardian angels, something like that?
Yes, my guardian angels. I would like to know if my grieving process is going to take a long time because it's very painful.
Yeah.
And I am working through it, but it's very hard to believe that I will never see my dog again. Like, it's hard for me to take care of him anymore.
So,
okay. Grace, you Erik's got your guardian angel's name, and it's Ariel.
Ooh.
Ariel is the one that's coming through. You're going through.
I'm Grace. My name is Grace.
No, but your guardian angel's name is Ariel.
Ariel.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
What Erik is saying is, he says to allow yourself to go through this period of time. You're going through, he calls it phases of fear and love. And he says that grief, which is connected to fear, to pain, he says needs to be able to go through the process, needs to, he says, like embracing it, because he says right now there's so much pain that there's some resistance, like I'm never going to be able to feel good again. I'm never going to be able to love again or have another animal or another dog that I'll ever have this connection with again. And he says, allow yourself to be able to grieve that rather than push that away. He says, because this is a process of walking through it. Was your dog a bigger dog?
Bigger dog? I mean, he wasn't afraid of bigger dogs, but it was a small dog, like a Pekingese.
Did he think he was a big dog?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure if he was happy with his size.
Like a real bold type energy to him.
Yeah, I know. He loved all the dogs, big, small. I had to protect him from some. He was very, loved dogs, everything.
Hey, Jackie, Jackie, does this Holy Fire Reiki help those who grieve?
It does. Absolutely. Yes. It can help move through. Again, it's about allowing it to be and feel and move through. So that is great support.
Was Reiki not to the top of the list here, Erik, because she needs some Holy Fire Reiki?
Yes. Erik says actually everybody that's coming through tonight is coming through for the purpose of the benefit of Jackie and everything that we're having tonight. So he said absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you for calling, Gracie. And I noticed yesterday that we've been noticing little spots of blood, bright blood on the floor. And I think it's from Bella. And then it was by some poop. So not in the poop, but I'm wondering, she seems fine. She's really eating a lot. Erik, what's going on with her?
Do you think it's coming from her mouth? Because Eric's showing in the mouth.
Okay.
Like
maybe eating the wrong thing, or actually something in the mouth that's
like maybe sensitive gum, like around the tooth. Check inside of her mouth.
Oh, I will. Okay. All right, thank you. And we got somebody from the 6, just one question apiece if you can, guys, because we got a long list of callers. Got somebody from the 561 area code. Hello, how are you doing? 561.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. My name is Gigi.
Hi, Gigi. What can we do for you?
And I would like to ask Michelle and Erik. I was told by Erik that I would be going back to Florida in November. I'm stuck in Canada here, and it's miserable, and I really want to go back to the United States. I've been there for like 55 years. I came here for a visit to get a little bit better because I had a health issue. Yeah. And then the virus happened, and so I'm stuck here. And if you can give me any information how I'm going to go back and where I'm going to live and how things, because I have nothing there. I got rid of everything when I came here.
Yeah. So, Erik, what's going to happen?
Well, Erik says that you are going back, but he's bringing up a big flag, and on the flag it says courage. And he says, Gigi, this is something that he says, as hard as it is, and he says if we give you specific details, he says it's not about the details and what's going to happen. It's about embracing the energy of courage, because it's taking you a lot of courage to walk through this. Yes. He says, I know you're scared, and I know that you're thinking about all the what ifs, but he says, what I can tell you is if you hold on to courage, you hold on to faith, and you practice that by envisioning what it is that you're looking for, because he says it's there for you. And he's talking about what Jackie was talking about earlier, about setting your intention, what you want. Yes. He says that's how you keep that energy, that's how you keep that vibration going, so that you can reach that. He says you're headed in that direction. He says you're not alone. I know you feel alone, but you've got a lot of spiritual support with you. So he says trust in yourself. He says trust in yourself, because you're going through this and you will show yourself how capable you are. And he says, and you'll be in the sunshine again.
Oh, awesome.
Good.
All right, Gigi, everybody send her some good vibes. Get her back to the U.S. It's so hot in Houston. I'm ready to go to Canada.
Right.
Okay.
It's hot here too
somebody
right
from the 516 area code. Hi there. How are you?
Oh wow. How are you? It's Dee. My God, I haven't spoken to you guys in so long.
Hey Dee, how you doing?
I'm all right.
Hi,
I'm
Dee.
the one with the the situation with the custody war.
Oh yeah. Okay. Right. Right.
Yeah. So there's 50% custody now. We're in a permanent custody. All right. So I'm wondering if there's any guidance that could come through, because this is really hard. I'm dealing with an ex-narcissist and his family. They want me out. And we're going back to court now, the end of September. Child support's not determined. I mean, he's constantly, filing contempt on me for all bogus stuff. But I have evidence to back it up. you know, I could contradict everything. I'm going to win, I'm sure. But this is really hard because I'm one against so many right now. And I just need a little bit more. I think I just need, like, I don't know. Well, if it's, you know, I hear the contempt, when you go to these contempt wars, you know, the judge, like, reprimands you, you know?
Yeah, right.
And, like, you know, like, don't do it again. But, you know, this is my third one on him. So if I don't see consequences by this judge, I swear I'm at the point I'm ready to go public.
Ooh,
because this is getting crazy. And I got my little baby, you know. She needs to be home with her mom. Yeah. She doesn't need to be with them.
Yeah. No. Eric, what you got to say?
This is going in your direction. He says to hold on to faith, and he keeps showing me the number 22. So whether that will be a signpost for you or it's a number, but he says the number 22. And
you never know.
It could be, but he says that the most important thing you can do, and like it sounds like a broken record because he's saying this so much, but he says the optimism, and it's very hard to be optimistic when you have this type of situation and you have so many people pulling you down in the other direction. But he says this is so important for you to stay optimistic.
Know that it's going to go in your favor. Feel it. Feel it down to your bones. Yep. By the way, Gigi, I got a thing for Gigi. I just looked it up. The U.S. border remains closed to the Canadian travelers for now, but federal government will either begin to lift or further extend restrictions. They're going to make a decision August 21st about people from Canada coming into the U.S. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take another caller. We can only do one question because there's so many people. So I got four. Sorry, Adi. I think I cut you off. But just one question, people, if you can. Somebody from the 443 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hi. How are you all? My name is Suzanne.
Hey, Suzanne.
Hi, Suzanne.
How can we help you?
So nice to be on here tonight. My question is, what do I need to hear for the greater good?
Okay, where are you? What town are you calling from? What town are you calling from?
I'm calling from Maryland. Maryland.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why he's calling you Susie. He's calling you Susie Q. Susie Q.
One of my nicknames.
Like, yeah, Susie God. Q. He says, and he's calling you darling, Susie Q. He says, have patience. Have patience. He says, work on patience. He says that is really the key. He says everything in divine timing. Everything is coming in divine timing. So he's talking about whatever you're putting together or whatever questions you have, because he's showing putting like dominoes and building blocks and things together, like everything has to fit in its piece. Everything has to fit in its place. And he says, so you're really practicing the art of patience right now.
Of course, I'm not surprised that he is right on target, but I'm trying to develop all my spiritual skills because I've been told I'm going to be a healer and share mediumship and things like that. And I keep saying to Spirit, I'm ready. What do you want me to share? And I haven't gotten anything yet.
Well, maybe you have.
He says,
maybe
you already have. He says, Susie Q. Susie Q, he goes, you just said I'm supposed to be a healer. He goes, you are a healer. You are a healer. He goes, speak yourself into the moment. Speak your words into the moment. And he says, pay attention to what's already happening, because you have to pay attention to what's already happening to see it start to grow.
And maybe she's nudged here because she's supposed to be trained to be a holy fire Reiki practitioner. So think about that one.
You got it, Mom.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah. There's something there in your energy, I feel. So, yeah, you should contact me. You can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. What an exciting journey. Oh, I love when things work out like this. Okay, let's see. We have somebody from the 339 area code. Hi there. How are you?
Hello.
Oh, it's a big echo.
I'm so excited. Hi, Mama.
I'm so excited for you.
How are you?
We're fine. What's your first name?
Shiva.
Oh, Shiva. Okay.
Shiva.
Yes. I actually emailed you a couple of days ago about the connection problem.
Yes.
So,
no.
So my quick question, and not to waste time, is I have so many things asked about myself and my mom, but something has come up with, I noticed with my sister, that for some reason she keeps having various bad incidents. Either she ended up with the emergency colon surgery 2 years back, and then she had throat surgery with her thyroid. She went to give her a nightlight to be fixed by a shop, and when she went to pick it up, she got electrocuted.
Oh gosh!
And then a couple of days ago, she went shopping. She opened the door of the shop, but somehow she tells me today that something told me not to go to the shop, and she just opened to ask a question, and a glass from somewhere inside the store fell and broke, and it would have hit her in the head and got me spot. So it's like she's a magnet for disaster. I want to know. I tell her the dark and light forces are fighting over you. I just don't know what we can do about it.
What do you think, Erik?
I got one question I want to ask you, because Erik's given me some information about what to do. But has she been suffering from depression as well?
I think she has because of some family situation, but she doesn't say she doesn't accept it. But we think she has. But she has a very upbeat attitude. She's very outgoing, and Erik probably noticed that she just goes out of her way like crazy to help people financially, life-wise. She is just
it's the dark side trying to keep her down and keep her from helping humanity. I bet that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like she needs some portal work and get rid of negative.
And that's what Erik says. Erik says it's low vibrational frequency, and so he said that she's carrying some some open portals, but this is to do with there's like some trauma that she's experienced or some pain that she's experienced, and she's in a place of trying to get better, and he shows her being pulled back down. And so some portal work would be absolutely excellent, and she's got to have there's energy, dark energy around her.
Oh yeah, we can get rid of those really fast. But so look at her, or you go to AtlantisScalar.com, just read the whole about page, and then go to the services, and then start here category, and read about super portal work with increased vibration. It is kind of the starting part. And a lot of times it takes care of even depression, so you don't have to get any scalar work for depression. So have a look at that. I feel called to that.
Okay. That's exactly what I was telling her today. The only thing that I want to ask is she is not in U.S. How can we get that thing going?
Oh, scalar energy. We do people in Russia and the Philippines. It's scalar energy. Carries information, the intent script, over it's informational energy. It carries it over infinite distances to its target. So you don't have to worry about that. We take
doesn't matter where she is.
Right.
All right. I will follow up on that. Thank you so much.
Okay.
God bless everyone.
God bless you.
Thanks,
too.
Eva.
I bet wow, that's pretty cool. All right, so 562 Erico. Hey there, how you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Who are we speaking with?
Hi. My name is Tanya. I'm calling from California.
Hey. Hi, Tanya.
Hi, so I've called before, and you told me that there's a lot of movement with my throat chakra. I just wanted, more clarification and maybe what I can do to help the movement, and hopefully it's good movement.
Yeah.
Erik says about speaking up. Do you have anything going on with any, friendships in your life?
I do have like a lot of family issues on my dad's side, and I have like started saying things to him more than I used to. Because you did say something about speaking up last time, and I have kind of been speaking my truth a little more. I either want to like take a step back from my family or speak my full truth, but it might hurt, you know, and be really bad what I want to say, you know.
Well, what Erik is saying is, he says now sometimes speaking your truth doesn't always mean that you're speaking it out loud to these people, but you are thinking, doing, and saying in your truth.
Oh, okay.
So you're aligning with your truth. So he says really think about, because opening up your throat chakra is allowing you to be able to have the intent, the thought, the action that's aligned with your truth. So he says by practicing that, you're going to be able to also practice the discernment of when it's time to say something to them or to anybody else and when it's not. And he says, so part of why we talked about this the last time was to get you to start thinking about what you really believe. What do you believe, and where are you holding back in your life that he says isn't really you? Where are you holding back and not doing something that you feel called to do, even if you don't know exactly what that is, because he says this is connected to your purpose.
Wow, interesting.
Okay.
Now,
yeah, because I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, well, you will. Jackie, do you work? Does the Holy Fire Reiki help with chakras as well?
Yes. And something that I noticed with a lot of clients, the same thing, Michelle, with what Erik was saying about speaking up, and it's usually related to purpose, usually related to sometimes past lives of not wanting to speak our truth, but the Holy Fire can help to move that energy and then help you get clarity around your purpose, whatever that may be. So,
is that another one to be picked on the studio board? Oh, wow. All right, well, thanks for calling. Yes. That's cool. All right, got somebody from the 702 area code. Hi there, 702 area code. How are you?
Hello?
Hi, who are we speaking with?
I'm online.
Yes, you are. Do you want to be?
Yes, I do. Just and that I'm not going to be. It's not 50, and they're not taking me now. Elisa, it's Caroline. How are you?
Oh, hi, Caroline. Last initial R?
I couldn't hear what you just said. I'm sorry.
Oh, never mind. Caroline, Cara, what can we do for you, sweetie?
Well, first I want to say hello to Michelle. I'm very excited she's on the show. And hi. So I see my mom was here, and I saw Erik do his dance when the music came, and I'm just shocked that I'm actually online. I wanted to have my mom come through, and she wants to talk to me. I don't know what it is she wants to say.
What is your mother's first name, Cara?
Monique.
What is it?
If Erik could bring her through, and I wanted to know Erik's opinion on my life situation right now, and I want my mother.
We can only do one thing. You want to talk to your mother or talk about your life?
My mom, because she keeps giving me signs.
All right, Dominique. What is Erik?
No, Monique.
Oh, Monique. Excuse me. All right.
That's okay.
Yeah. Your mom is just, what she's saying is she wants you to have her presence there. She's talking about you having support or not feeling supported. And so she's coming through saying that she's with you, that there's support around you. And she says that, like, I don't know if it's a sense of loneliness, because I'm getting this sense of loneliness or the sense of you being the only one or doing something on your own, because she's reminding you, she's popping in to remind you, you're not alone. You're not alone, darling. You're not alone.
Well, that's so good. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What does Mom say anything about her life, what she should do?
Talking in regards to the estate, but my other question was in regards to my partner. So my mom means the estate.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cara.
Keep hanging on. Hold on there, Cara.
Hold on. And call in again next time, too.
Yes.
Update on how you're doing. All right. Got somebody from the 515 area code. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you? We're fine.
I'm from Iowa.
Oh, hi. What is it, Viola?
Iowa.
What's your first name?
Iowa. Lisa.
Oh, Lisa from Iowa. Okay, got it. All right. We're all yours, girl.
Okay, so I met my puppy last year. She's a year old, and I know she was a gift because I wasn't thinking about getting a dog.
Right.
I want to know, because I know she's a gift, but who is she a gift from?
Well, it's interesting because Erik just brought forward a female first, but there's also a male. I don't know if this is a mother or a grandmother, but it's got a maternal energy.
Uh-huh.
Are you getting the feeling that this is all? Did you have a dog or another animal prior to this one?
My stepdog. Yeah, Lucy Joy.
Okay, because there's an energy of your prior dog that's with this one. And I got to tell you, it feels like a grandmother. There's also a male energy with it too.
Grandfather, maybe? What?
Yeah, I am.
Give us a multiple choice, and maybe we can narrow it down.
Okay.
Well, I think the big thing that you just said was the other dog, because I see a lot of that personality. I have a Belgian Malinois, and Lucy Joy, who's passed, was a golden retriever, and my Belgian Malinois has a golden retriever behavior.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, that's interesting because what I'm getting is it's not just one that ushered this dog in for you.
Uh-huh.
That it's like because I can see 4 hands, so like 2, and it feels like grandparents, but I'm getting grandmother on one side, grandfather on the other side, but little Lucy, that energy is with this dog. So this is very, very purposeful to be back in your life.
Cool. I have skills. This dog chose me. I mean, it was pretty cool. It's a cool story.
They usually do. Okay, we need to go ahead and sort of gather things up, and everybody, Jackie, you tell them how they can reach you best.
Sure, yes.
Right here. And it will be in the description box, people. But go ahead.
You can find me at wholeselfhealingarts.com. It's all one word, wholeselfhealingarts.com, and you can contact me through that, or you can email me at Jackie, Jackie, at wholeselfhealingarts.com.
Sounds great. And, of course, Michelle Ray, who is going to go on vacation soon, lucky girl, is going to, you can get in touch with her at thehealing-art.com. All right. Okay, well, anyway, she's awesome. You guys check her out. As is Jackie. Bye, Erik. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We love you.
Thank you again. Bye.